What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Buy, Sell, Trade, where we're going to take my 2015 Land Rover LR4 and we're going to trade it in. What am I getting? Well, you're just going to have to stick around and watch. I don't want to ruin the surprise. What's up, guys? So I am here in Vancouver checking out two of the three SUVs that I wanted to buy. I narrowed it down and decided I do not want a Range Rover Sport. They are currently just dropping like rocks in value, and for the wife and I, we just decided it just wasn't something we wanted to go for. So what it came down to is, and they're both very different, we decided on these two. So we're looking at a Porsche Cayenne Turbo and a G Wagon. Now, I don't know about you guys, but some people think the G Wagon looks like a lunchbox on wheels. I personally think the G Wagon is badass as fuck. It's so militarized, like, I don't even know if I said that. Is that even right? Is that even a word? Militarized? It's like, you know, it's like a tank on wheels that you get to drive around in the city, and it just looks badass. It's definitely a status vehicle. It doesn't have the best ride, but it's, I mean, as far as suspension and stuff goes, because I've driven them. But here I am, I'm looking at a G Wagon and a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. So let's have a look at these cars. We have the G Wagon here in silver and the Turbo in a flat white. I definitely like the fact that the Turbo has, this Turbo specifically anyhow, has a black wheel. I like that whole kind of stormtrooper, if you will call that, look. This has the quad LED headlights, the daytime driving lights. This one is the older G-Wagon, so it doesn't have the LED bar here, but nonetheless, these trucks, I mean, they just hold their value like crazy. And I think for about $4 or $5 grand, you can start to get the upgraded, you know, front end and stuff for these vehicles. So what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. G-Wagon, or should I go with the Porsche Turbo? We can do a quick in and out on these vehicles. We also got a Bentley here. I'll show you guys from the back end. So here we have it. Definitely a more rounded, smoother look on the Porsche. And we have this bad boy. This one actually has a RENNtech package on it, so you can see here. It's got that traditional spare wheel cover on the back. Let's have a look inside these vehicles. So we got the Porsche. This one's quite well spec'd. It has the Burmeister upgraded sound system. It's got the painted accents to match the exterior. These are all options. I really like the interior of the Porsche. I mean, this thing is clean. It's got the Alcantara headliner, full panel roof. Just a super clean vehicle. The gauge cluster is super sick. This side of the gauge cluster is all digital, and you can switch it so that you can see navigation and everything. Get your maps. The back row seating, I wonder what that's like. I mean, that's a decent amount of room. Of course, I have to stick a child seat in here for my youngest. She's only 3.5 still, so she requires a big child seat that we put in there. And then we have the G Wagon. All right. Wow, that door. Whoa, I can tell you guys right now, that is a solid door. That construction, the way that feels. Now look at the difference of this. I mean, you can't get much more different. We got a wood trim interior on this. Super simple gauge cluster. Again, this one also comes with an Alcantara headliner. No panel roof in this, so you can see it gets, well, it's hard to tell with the camera, but it gets quite dark back here. But definitely a solid vehicle. Super cool. The door, again, I can't even get over the weight of this door. Like, it is heavy as hell. Look at these hinges. Anyhow, I don't need to do a full G-Wagon review for you guys because there's a million of those on the internet. However, this is more just personal preference for me. If you want to know about G-Wagons, definitely do a Google search. You'll get a million different videos on them. Same with the turbo behind me. This is really more about my personal preference, what I'm looking for my family and my needs. I like both these vehicles, but I'm leaning towards this one. And the reason is I like the way it's a little smoother. I like fast vehicles, and even though the G-Wagon's fast, a turbo Cayenne with a few tweaks can get from 500, so it's got 500 horsepower, you can get up to 700 horsepower, no problem. Anyhow, guys, I think I'm gonna make a decision on this thing, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just straight up buy the turbo right now. Right now. I brought my truck, the truck's over here. I'm gonna trade that right now, and we're gonna buy this. Boom, done deal. Sorry, G-Wagon, but the Porsche wins this fight. We need to say bye-bye to the LR4, bye-bye. And we are gonna say hello to my new Porsche Cayenne Turbo. All right, guys, thanks for watching this episode of Buy, Sell, Trade. I'm taking home a nice 2011 super clean Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Gonna take it home to the wife. I'm gonna show her. She's gonna be ecstatic. And we're gonna take everybody in the family out for a rip. I'll try to keep it within the speed limit. And then when I get everybody out, I'm gonna get on this puppy because it got 500 horsepower. So stick around for the next episode of Buy, Sell, Trade. I'm still looking for a sedan. And also, we gotta replace that 458 supercar. Later. God, my first drive in the new Porsche. Dude, this thing is seriously fast. This is a fast fucking truck. I am in love. I love this truck. This truck is insane.